a.m. Well, mindfulness is the intentional observation of our thoughts and actions without judgment. This can be a powerful strategy that can change our lives, but the lack of it can destroy our lives, and our next guest has lived through it. Elena Joy Thurston is a TEDx Colorado Springs speaker, and she joins us today with more on the topic, and she brings Steve, who is from TEDx Colorado Springs, and he's going to explain a little bit more about the speeches in general and the speakers that are from Colorado Springs. But right now we're going to talk to Elena, and please elaborate on, what is mindfulness?
So exactly like you said, mindfulness is the intentional observation of our thoughts and actions without judgment. It is also called self-awareness. It's this really kind of nebulous term that's thrown around a lot, right? Kind of a buzzword. And my work is to help people really access it, integrate it into their everyday lives. You don't have to be a yogi who meditates all day, every day to embrace mindfulness.
Okay, and that seems like it would be something very difficult. Maybe having the positive thoughts, but without judgment would be very hard for people. So how did you learn about that?
Well, I was in a really rocky place where the judgment was really funneling my life plan. And I ended up in that place where you think, how in the world did I end up here? Where in the world am I going, right? We've all been there. And I realized it was because I had not utilized mindfulness. I had let my self-judgment, my community judgment really dictate my life path instead of myself.
Right. And I hear that often, that, I did something to make someone else happy, and that wasn't actually what they wanted. And then I wasn't happy. They weren't happy. No one was happy. So you kind of need to be truthful to yourself. So how do you embrace this mindfulness?
Well, the first step is actually really getting to know yourself. I got to a point where, in order to maintain my mental health and my life, I needed to embrace who I was. The problem was I didn't know who I was. I had been out of touch with that for a long time. And there's that saying, the more you get to know someone, the more you like them, the more you love them, the more you appreciate them. So the concept is get to know yourself so you can actually love yourself and embrace yourself.
Well, you need to love yourself first before you can truly love another.
So true.
And, you and I both have children, so we understand that, they're that pure, innocent love.
Yes.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, you have a great story to go along with this, and, it was part of your sexuality and coming to terms with that. Was it difficult to do that?
It really was. So I had been married at age 20, lived a beautiful life, had 4 beautiful children, the loves of my life, and at age 38 I woke up and realized, I'm gay, and I don't know how to live this life. I don't know who I am. I don't know how to function. And it took me to a hard place because I had embraced a community that did not embrace homosexuality. And I had raised my children in this community, and I had all of my friends, everyone I knew, right? It was my entire social and faith structure, and it wasn't exactly welcome news. And so it took me to a pretty dark place, and I have these children that I need to live for, and not just survive, I need to thrive. I need to be the best person I can possibly be for them. And that meant figuring out who I was.
Yep. And so I think your story is that of sexuality and coming to terms with that, but I think other people deal with that same thing. Their community, doesn't accept them for who they've become, who they've grown into. And you're going to talk more about that at your TED Talk. So Steve, that is where you come in. We have all these great local speakers that are doing TED Talks here in Colorado Springs. Can you kind of break down what that's looking like?
Sure. So everyone knows TED Talks from online. It's incredible to get to hear perspectives like Elena's and better understand sort of how someone else sees the world and how they've adapted to make the changes in their lives they needed to make to thrive. Seeing 20 of those in one day absolutely blows your mind and is one of the coolest things I think going on here in town, period. It's an amazing, amazing day. We have 8 poets, we have 20 speakers, we have just an amazing day set up for people. So it's more than just getting to see a talk online. You get to sort of just immerse yourself in this all day, and you'll get to meet our speakers before their talks go online and they get famous.
Well, and I say that before they get famous. I love that. Get them to autograph your babies now.
Yeah.
All right. But I always say that if you go to a concert, it's a different feeling than if you watch it online, and it's got to be the same thing. You feel that passion, you feel the room, you feel the energy. So on the eve of your TED Talk, How are you feeling? It's this Saturday.
It's incredible. What an amazing experience. I mean, the media exposure is pretty great. But the bigger part of it is I have learned when you want to up-level your life, when you're ready for that next point of success in your emotions, in your business, in your relationships, getting in the room with people who are doing the same thing, it's life-changing. It's incredible.
Right? Yes, you gotta, with someone who is always ahead of your journey, right? To show you, you know, to guide you, and then you're always ahead of someone else guiding them. So it's all, we're all working together. So everyone can go get those tickets, and they can actually get a discount code. So you can find out more information about attending the TED Talk, the TEDx Talk Colorado Springs at TEDxCOS.org, and use the code Fox21 for $10 off that ticket price for Saturday's talks.
It's
right?
really easy. You can just do that on your phone right now.
You can do it on your phone.
TEDxCOS.org.
How easy.
If this is the kind of people you want to be in the room with on Saturday. That's
Yeah,
right.
what do you
So we'll
mean,
see
like having a positive outlook and embracing myself,
Doesn't
loving
sound so
myself?
bad.
It
As
doesn't
ways
sound
to
bad
spend
at
a
all.
Saturday, go.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I
We'll see
want to
you
thank you so much for your time this morning. We'll see you there Saturday. Living Local will be right back after the break.